Most people think jealous people are easy to spot. They picture anger, eye rolls, someone obviously bitter. Obviously wrong, obviously easy to dismiss. But the most dangerous jealous people don't look jealous at all. They smile, they ask questions, they act like they care. And those questions are not curiosity, they're traps. Carefully worded, socially acceptable traps designed to steal your joy. Plant doubt in your mind. Make you feel small without you ever noticing why. Here's what nobody tells you. Jealous people ask the same 5 questions every single time. Once you learn what to listen for, you will catch them instantly. You will see the trap before you fall into it. And you will protect your happiness like you never have before. Here's the thing about jealousy that most people get wrong. We treat it like an aggressive emotion, something that announces itself. But real, socially intelligent jealousy does not attack you directly. That would be too obvious. That would make them look bad. Instead, it borrows the voice of concern. It wears the mask of friendship. And from behind that mask, it asks questions that force you to defend your happiness, to explain your success, to justify your joy. The moment you start explaining, you have already lost. You are now treating your happiness like a position that needs defending, rather than a fact that deserves celebrating. This is not a theory, it is a pattern. And if you have ever walked away from a conversation feeling strangely deflated, like your win somehow became smaller during the conversation, like you had to apologize for being happy, you have encountered this pattern. You just did not have a name for it. Now, let's ground this in research. Dr. Robert Leahy, a leading cognitive psychologist, wrote The Jealousy Cure. He found that jealousy often masquerades as concern, especially in close relationships. A 2019 study in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships revealed something powerful. Envious individuals use subtle undermining questions to diminish others' achievements. And Dr. Brené Brown's research on comparison shows jealousy thrives in silence. So let's reconstruct a day where this plays out. You walk into a room with a new phone you worked hard for. You're excited, and someone approaches with a smile. They didn't say congratulations. They said, "Wow, how did you afford that?" Listen, they went straight to your wallet, not your win. This question isn't about the thing. It's about making you justify having something nice. Because watching you enjoy what you earned reminds them they haven't earned what they want. So they need to find the crack, the discount, the sale. Anything that makes your win less legitimate than it looks. If you fall for it, you'll start explaining, "It was on sale. I've been saving forever." And in that moment, you have shrunk. You apologized for being happy. That's exactly what they wanted. The correct response isn't an explanation. It's a boundary wrapped in confidence. "I worked for it." That's the whole sentence. No details, no justification, just ownership. Your money is your business. Real friends don't question how you afford your joy. Now, trap number 2 sounds like concern. You're excited about a big decision, a dream you're finally chasing. Someone tilts their head and says, "Are you sure that is a good idea?" Your excitement drops. Now you're doubting yourself. But stop and examine. They didn't ask about your plan. They didn't ask what steps you're taking. They didn't offer to help. They went straight to doubt, straight to fear. That's not concern. That's jealousy wearing a worried face. When you grow, jealous people feel left behind. Your courage makes their fear undeniable. Real concern asks questions. "Tell me about your plan." Fake concern just drops the doubt bomb and walks away. Your response doesn't need to be long. It needs to be final. "Yes, I am sure, and I am going for it." No debate, no permission seeking. Your dreams do not require their approval. The third question is the most painful. It arrives when you're growing. You're more confident. You set boundaries. You stopped accepting disrespect. And someone looks at you and says, "Who do you think you are?" Or the softer version, "You have changed." The implication, your growth is a betrayal. Your confidence is arrogance. This question is designed to guilt you back into the smaller, quieter version they preferred. Because when you change, it reminds them they have not. They are not inspired. They are threatened. So they punish you for improving. Think about how irrational that is. Angry at you for being happier? That's not friendship. That's not love. That's insecurity demanding you stay small. The response is not an argument, it is a declaration. I am becoming who I am meant to be. Say it calmly, then keep becoming. Real friends cheer when you level up. Jealous people want the old you back. The fourth question attacks your expression. You're happy, celebrating. Maybe you posted online. Maybe you dressed well for an event. Someone says, "Is that not a little much?" Or, "Do you really need all that attention?" Suddenly you feel embarrassed, like you're too loud, too proud, too visible. But too much for whom? Too much according to whose standards? This question isn't about you, it's about their discomfort with your light. Watching you shine forces them to look at their own dimness. Instead of finding their own light, they try to blow out yours. You are not too much, you are just too much for them to handle. Your joy is too loud for their silence, your confidence too bright for their insecurity. Do not apologize, do not shrink. I am just being myself. Or even simpler, I am happy, and I will not apologize for that. The fifth question is the most insidious, because it sounds like a compliment. You achieved something big, a promotion, a finished project. Someone says, "Wow, that is amazing. Did someone help you with that?" Notice what's missing. They didn't say you're talented or did an incredible job. They immediately assumed someone else was responsible. Because jealous people cannot give you credit. It doesn't fit the small picture of you they keep. They search for someone else to praise, anyone except you. This question plants a subtle doubt. Maybe you didn't really earn it. The response, look them in the eye and say, "I did it myself." Or, "Thank you, I worked really hard on this." Own your success. Real supporters say you're incredible. Jealous people ask who helped you. One celebrates you, one erases you. Now here's the twist. This framework is also a mirror. If you're honest, you may have asked one of these questions before. Not out of malice, but out of your own insecurity, your own fear. Jealousy isn't always loud. Sometimes it borrows your voice without you realizing. The test. Next time someone shares good news, notice your first impulse. Do you celebrate, or do you investigate? Do you lift, or do you poke for a crack? Catching this in yourself is harder, but it is also more important. Because you don't just protect yourself from jealous people, you make sure you're never one. Now, connect this to your daily life. Social media amplifies these traps. Every comment, every DM, every "just checking in" can hide these 5 questions. So here's the one thing to try. When someone asks something that feels slightly off, pause 3 seconds. In that pause, ask, is this person celebrating with me or investigating me? The pause gives your intuition time to speak before politeness kicks in. And if the answer is investigating, you don't owe them an explanation. You owe yourself the dignity of a short, confident, final response. Then you keep moving. Most people think jealous people are easy to spot. Now you know better.